Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Illaoi and we'll be facing off against the Viego adventure from the Nightmares campaign because I'm not really confident in Illaoi to take on Nagakebor's adventure quite just yet. I'm just going to be mainly trying the setup I'm currently running on Illaoi, just seeing if it's good. I have Starforge Gauntlets for the extra mana and Guardian Angel just to make sure that Starforge Gauntlets are online. The 1 extra mana allows us to start with 4, so we can drop down Illaoi right away. And then we have Spirit of the Buhuru to make it so our tentacles have a bunch of extra keywords on them. I'm not sure if this is enough to take on well, Nagakebor's, like I said, that's why I'm trying it here on a 5-star adventure instead of a 6-star one right away. To be honest, it seems like I never really quite enjoyed playing with Illaoi before, even before she got 6 stars. But it seems like even after she got 6 stars, she's still not that great. And the epic relic, her signature relic, is kind of like training wheels for her. All of these are terrible. Let's just reroll them. Prophet of an Elder God. Very redundant, but it's also very good because now we spawn 6 on attack. Yeah, she doesn't feel that great. I don't know if at 6 stars anything's different. I only have her at 5 stars. But even with the extra tentacle every turn, I don't know if that's that great for you overall. Can do 3+1 instead of just Illaoi right away. That might be better because going 3+1 allows us to attack right away, which gives us +6 on the tentacle. And doing +6 on the tentacle allows us to kill the Arachnoid Horror quite easily. Combined with our extra keywords as well. Place 1. I'll just do Watchful Idol. I guess for example here, if I had a 6-star power, I would get a 10-10 tentacle. Which could be good. I want a tentacle smash here. What does the opponent's power do? Frenzied Skitterer. Yeah. Honestly, I just want bodies, so maybe I just do C's voice. The main concern is that I'm going to take damage no matter what here. Guess I can also just set up the Illaoi. Set up to level up Illaoi with a tentacle smash. Can even block with Illaoi there, yeah. We minimize the amount of damage we take a little bit. Tentacles at 11, we can do tentacle smash at burst speed in order to level up the Illaoi. And then we buff up the stats on the Illaoi with the attack effect. Just like so. And unless the opponent has removal, we just win. Okay, that's not good enough. Once the opponent started pointing at one of our units, I thought for sure they had like a vengeance or something. I guess they didn't. I haven't played this adventure in a while. Don't exactly remember what all of the encounters decks are. Guess it's going to be an interesting experience. My base stats are 1-1 and I cost 1 and I'm summoned spawn equal to my cost. I think what's going to happen is it's just going to spawn 1. That's not good for us at all. Let's reroll. Administer stealthy, allied attack and support effects activate an additional time. Attack spawn 1, then fully heal your strongest tentacle and again its stats equal to its stats this round. I guess we take this. We do kind of value units a bit more than spells, just because all of our high cost units have Cease command by default. Anything that allows me to start a free attack here? No, apparently not. We do struggle with going wide, so maybe Nora is the correct choice here. We just do a bunch of portals and hope that we draw into them to generate enough jump blockers to survive the opponent's offensive turns. I guess that's the play. Yeah, let's just take Nora. East right, right still protector. We face off against Fiora as a mid boss. Let's go for the top path. We'll try to go for a healer to cut some cards from my deck. Maybe we hit some bad card. I don't even know what I should remove. And Mistress Stealthy is okay on 5, I guess. Let's keep the Junk Construct as well. Gives us 1 extra mana. Maybe the best play we always have access to at the start of the game is just the Eye of Nagake Boros though. Because it allows us to do an attack with our tentacles right away. Sure, let's do Illaoi. I figured the opponent's unit shouldn't be too large, so we should be safe to do this. We do take a considerable amount of damage on the Illaoi though. But as long as we can level up our tentacle this turn, it should be okay. A very weak turn coming out of the opponent. We'll be able to level up Illaoi here, which means next turn we just get to attack with Administer Stealthy on the boards, and we should just deal 1 billion damage to the opponent. Our tentacle's massive. Spell Shield on the tentacles will probably be good as well. Would probably be good as well, I should say. How large is Illaoi going to get? 35, 37, okay. So it does work like that. Good to know. I guess we now have a way to set up a lethal over the course of 3 turns if we get these exact cards in our opening hand every game. That and the opponent doesn't do much for the first few turns. Can't really rely on that happening every single encounter though. Hunting Fleet. We give an elusive to the opponent, but it's not even that great of a unit. Honestly, yeah, I think this is probably okay. Let's go for the healer. What's the worst card in my deck? The Portapalooza? Maybe. Maybe the Grumble Slug though, because it's a 2-drop with a tune and that's about it. At least this Journeying Sandhopper has quick attack, so you can kind of trade up onto some of the opponent's units. Yeah, the Grumble Slug, it just doesn't do it. It's just a fairly statted unit. Keep the Answered Prayer, I guess. Keep the Buhuru Lookout. We don't get the explosive turn we had last time around. I guess this turn we can, or this game we can try to play it a bit slower. We'll just do Nora. and spawn a couple of tentacles like so. You can do spawn 2, the tentacle gets brought up to 5, and then we attack, give it +6, so it goes to 11, so it trades into the Stalking Brood Mother. To get rid of the opponent's largest unit right away. Then we can set up a Illaoi turn. And we're going to take 1 billion damage here. Since I'm going to take 1 billion damage no matter what, I might as well just develop Illaoi and set up to level up the tentacle next turn with a tentacle smash at burst speed. Oh, right, it also counts Illaoi's damage, so yeah, we level up Illaoi right away. And that means we just attack next turn and we win, hopefully. Illaoi doesn't die because of the extra stats. So we just do this. Can pull here, pull here. Now let's just do it like so. We'll save the tentacle smash to maybe deal a little bit of extra damage by getting rid of a blocker. Okay, we don't even need to do that. We just have enough by default. Yeah, this... I feel like as soon as we level up Illaoi, just win on the next attack. The damage you can dish out with Illaoi on the board is... and the tentacle that is decently statted is very large. Ooh. Definitely picking this up. I love Brainworm, especially on a champion's signature spell. We're going to get to cast it a whole bunch. Bouncing Blades is not that great. Spirit's Refuge is pretty decent. To heal up, we do need to heal up, we don't have a lot of regeneration. Let's reroll the power. Crush. My tentacles already have Overwhelm by default thanks to our Spirit of the Buhuru. And the Illaoi already has Overwhelm by default. We don't really need that Overwhelm on anything else. Let's just reroll. Nature's Revenge. Makes our first turn a bit better, so I suppose it's okay. I'm going to pick up the Spirit's Refuge for the extra healing. It's also a nice combat trick. And here I think we just cut the Portal Palooza. I haven't played it a single time this entire run. It's probably not going to be relevant at all. Fiora is a bit of a problem, because she can just remove my threats rather easily. Maybe I just go Illaoi on the first turn. But the opponent already starts off the game with a Fiora. Do I want to do Nora or do I want to do Illaoi? Illaoi is better if the opponent doesn't have... Then again, Illaoi has Guardian Angel, so maybe it's okay to just drop her down raw, because if the opponent has the single combat to kill the Illaoi, it's still okay. I'm going to do Illaoi. Not single combat, but a Cataclysm. We level up the opponent's Fiora by doing this. But I really want to get the tentacle going. Maybe I played this wrong. Oh, right, the unit dies right away when it strikes because it has ephemeral. We can kill the Fiora by doing this. Discard a card from the opponent and then we hope for the best. Maybe the opponent doesn't pull with the Vanguard Sergeant. He pulls the Illaoi instead. Honestly, I think that's okay. We have a second Illaoi in hand. Next turn we can do Illaoi. We do Illaoi. And then we can level up the tentacle right away by doing this. And this is just lethal. Unless... no, even if the opponent has a strike spell, we have more than enough damage on the Illaoi. Let's just pull here, pull here. Ooh, spell shield on the tentacle. Nice. That means he can't even interact with the tentacle itself. Yeah, this is the main problem, though. We just take so much damage every single time because we don't really have a lot of decent plays that aren't killing the opponent when the Illaoi is already leveled up. Yeah, I'm taking Quick Strike Blade on the Illaoi. Since she has Deathless, we can afford to throw her into harm's way, I guess. Do I want any of these? I'm going to take a reroll here. Raiding party or boarding party. I'm going to take the boarding party, I guess. Maybe it helps chip away at the a barrier effect or maybe a spell shield the opponent has on a unit. These are pretty bad. I'll just keep the Tentacle Smash and Nora. Ooh. Allowing the first turn now means that we can potentially kill the opponent right away. Especially if he has no openers or no units on the board at the start of the game like this. Just still 11 with Illaoi right away. And then we get to attack with everything right after. Wait, seriously? The opponent just... Okay, I was about to say the opponent does nothing, but I guess he played a card to get a copy of the tentacle, even though it's not that relevant because he doesn't get an upgrade or a tentacle that's as large as mine. We still take a bunch of damage here because we don't have a lot of ways to go wide. Yep. The opponent goes wide and goes around us. We just take 32 damage for or 28 damage for that reason. There has to be a way to prevent the opponent from going as wide as they are going. Maybe I just try to heal up inside the encounters themselves. Nah, that's stupid. We have the Spirit's Refuge to do that, and we haven't drawn it a single time. We can't do any more than that. Flurry of Fists, Chum the Waters. Guess we take more. An upgrade for the Journeying Sandhopper. Might as well make it a bit better. I could also just go for a heal here. Nah, that's a Scutty Hunting Fleet. Unfortunately, a Tal unit is not what we need. We need stuff that prevents the opponent from killing us by going wide. And that's none of this. I guess Citrus Courier helps tidy up the board a little bit with the Ice Ward, but even then it's a bit too slow because it's 6 mana. We're not getting to 6 mana. Guess I might as well just reroll this. Ooh. That's 2 units on the board at the start. Let's go for the Rekindler encounter. We get the Rekindler, we get a nice safety net. We now start the game off with 2 armed gearheads, so we can go ahead and protect our health total a little bit better because we have the 2 extra bodies on the board. Can do Illaoi here. The opponent probably trades into the Illaoi. Or maybe not. I guess he really is averse to blocking the open attacks. That's the main trait the opponents always have, but I figured he would take the free trade onto the Illaoi. Guess I was wrong. Illaoi levels up. Next turn we can do Headmistress. Maybe Journeying Sandhopper. I guess we take 5 from this third spirit, which is annoying no matter what. Let's do the Journeying Sandhopper. And then I'm just going to drop down the Nora to block into the third spirits. Eternal Loyalty. We're dying here. I'm throwing the Illaoi into arms away, I don't care. Okay, we only take 4. But this sucks. Without these armed gearheads, I would definitely be dead here. And this leaves us extremely vulnerable because now we don't have a backup Illaoi. And if the opponent had any form of removal, this Illaoi would just be dead. Fortunately, the opponent doesn't have said removal, so I think we just win. And we even get to heal up because for once we drew the Spirit's Refuge on time. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better position to be in going into the last boss. We're at full health, we're going to be able to cut a card in the healer encounter. We get a revive here. Spirit's Refuge for extremely cheap is very good. What card do I cut here? Maybe the Journeying Sandhopper. Even though we did pick up an item along the way for it, I'd still prefer something else. But then again, Junk Construct is just a 2/2 that plants portals. Yeah, we've long abandoned the portal game plan. The opponent should start off the game with a Viego on board, so he likely will go ahead and just kill my Illaoi if we attack with Illaoi right away. What should I do? I can get rid of the Viego right away by doing stuff with the tentacles. I'm going to do the tentacle first. Force the opponent to have a vengeance or lose the first Viego he has. He has a vengeance. That's kind of a surprise. Well, I did say that I was forcing him to have an answer. Well, now what? I had no backup plan. Guess my backup plan is to do Journeying Sandhopper. I could also do C's Voice to get 2 bodies. let's block here.
Go on, shake my hand.
All the other units have fearsome. I guess we can do this. Then we save the spell on the next turn. I'm going to do Illaoi right away. Force the attack. I have the Spirit's Refuge to give Illaoi protection in case the opponent wants to block with the Viego. He doesn't, obviously. We can do Tentacle Smash. I'm going to do this. Do Tentacle Smash right away, just level up the Illaoi. Get rid of the Viego right away. At least now we have that going for us. Ooh, and we hit Spell Shield on the Illaoi. That's probably the best thing we could have hoped for. If the opponent doesn't remove the tentacle, we just win. Okay, he has another piece of removal. Unfortunately, we can't give the tentacle spell shield, so he just dies. At least we're tidying up the board a little bit. The opponent only has one unit, he gets a encroaching mist here and a tentacle. Another one. Could do add mistress. I'm going to do add mistress just to generate a tentacle here. To have an additional body on board. I'm going to Spirit's Refuge here. It heals us 5 and gets rid of one of the opponent's attackers. I think that's important. It's fine. I don't know. I guess these two are ephemeral, that's why the opponent's just going for the free attack with them. Let's tentacle smash this one. That's one less blocker on board and that's one decent unit to get rid of. And we even discarded one of the opponent's pieces of removal. So now we're sure to win. Wow, we won. That was a lot less problematic than I anticipated. I figured we would struggle a bit more, but the last encounter still took a bit to get done. I think we still lose to Nagake Boros at the end, because we don't really have a way to deal with whiteboards like the Nagake Boros can dish out. We don't really have a way to deal with the multiple attacks that Nagake Boros can do. I think it's going to be a while until I beat this adventure with Illaoi. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.